trying to reach for success. So if it ain't about a house, then I ain't needing the stress. I'm always speaking to an agent, you can see from my text. Just secured our first house, just wait and see what is next. Finally happy about my progress, we got keys to collect. I'll be the plug for the houses, I'ma be the connect. Every day I make an offer, I just hope they accept. And if you wanna be a boss, you gotta go through the steps.
As Rocky lives in London and I live in Manchester, we get a question a lot that how do we stay connected? The one way to stay connected is using a mobile phone. We have weekly calls discussing what we've got planned in the future, what we need to sort out. Another thing we use is Zoom. Zoom is really good for visuals, so anything involving like spec sheets and having calls with clients. So that's everything we use when we can't meet up.
But when we can meet up, we'll usually come to Birmingham, meet up in a place, something like Starbucks that we're at now, and we'll just have a meeting, go through our ideas, and personally, I feel like it's a bit better to meet up in person because our ideas actually bounce off of each other. And when we do have disagreements, which you don't have too often to be honest, we can actually go through like the pros and cons. If we can't figure out whose idea is better or what avenue to go down, we will ask a third person, someone we trust and respect. So yeah, that's usually how our days end up when we do actually meet up. In our business, me and Matt have different roles, and one of my main roles is social media. What this consists of is me coming up with content ideas, for example, reels, thumbnails, captions. I also stay in regular contact with our videographer regarding uploads and find potential guests for future videos.
So my roles consist of managing receipts, paying invoices, make sure they're paid on time, for instance the cameraman, and another one is building relationships and networking, so that could help us build our brand and our business. Here are some of the qualities you look for when looking for a business partner. Resilient. The business partner needs to be resilient, so when they face the first hurdle, they don't quit. The second point is reliability. Can you rely on this business partner, so when you can't complete that task, can they complete that for you? And last but not least, hard work. I believe hard work is one of the most important ones because without hard work, the business is not going nowhere. And Rocky has all these traits, but the main trait he's got that I believe is the best one is that he's straightforward. And what I mean by that is he's very direct. So for instance, if we're sorting our clothing out and it's not up to standard, he will tell me directly that he doesn't like it, which then means we can fix it and it saves us a lot of time.
And if you can find a business partner whose strengths are your weaknesses, that can help with efficiency, but that can also help with how you decide to delegate tasks. For example, like one of your main strengths I would say is networking. So if you know Matt, you just know that he just doesn't shut up, honestly. But I would say that definitely benefits the business in certain situations. Also, I would say your discipline. So your routine daily is quite crazy and you stay disciplined to do that. Again, when you translate that to business, that can also help benefit the business. But on the other side of that, I would say some of your weaknesses would be creativity. So you're not very creative when it comes to thinking of content ideas and how we're gonna shoot videos, and also your decision making. You making the right decision quickly is not one of your strengths, whereas me, I can see all the possibilities and make the right decision very quickly. So if you have a business partner who has different strengths, that can definitely benefit the business. The way the company is set up, it is split 50-50. And as we discussed earlier, our roles are based on our strengths. But another thing that we split is the expenses. So we recently just purchased a drone, which was quite expensive. So instead of me having to pay the whole thing or Matt having to pay the whole thing, we get to split the cost, and that makes our lives a bit more easier.
Goals are very important in business because without goals, you don't know what direction you're heading. Some of my goals consist of building a big social media presence, getting an investor on board, doing our first flip, and building a solid property portfolio.
And that's another Rush Hour property video with a bit of a twist. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it informative. Comment below if you would like to see more videos like this.